Welcome to the DraftKings postgame show, the first of two semifinals. Woo! Everybody take a deep breath. That is Mel. I am Chris. The champs are still alive. Hookline Sinkers hangs on, and they end up beating Team Wogas. All right, so with 5 good pitches left, all Wogas needed to do was chase down 11, and it did not happen. BBD with, as you like to say, balls of steel.
He died. He did. They were balls of titanium, I can tell you. Beyond that, face of granite. The guy, he'd been hit in the face with a bat. He'd smashed out a massive head clash with his own teammate. Face planted on the ground. You know what? He gets up. He makes the play. He'd been taking somersaults, taking catches. He's put his body on the line everywhere today. He bowls his first wide of the tournament, second last ball, but in the end, balls of titanium.
All right, well, let's see how that moneymaker's doing. BBD is standing by with Kelsey Wingert.
Yeah, I guess, first of all, BBD, you took a lot of action there. Mel just broke it down. You had the somersault catch. You had the head-to-head collision with Drew, the knob-to-knob. But you could see the emotion after even just standing here, how excited you were. How good did it feel to finish that game on the mound, even after how many injuries you sustained?
I feel beat up. It feels really good. We wanted to get back here. I wanted to play as many games as possible because it's just a good time, and now we're into the championship, so why not win one more?
Tell me what that adrenaline is like. I mean, it was intense in here. You got some dot balls. You threw your first wide. What is it like pitching or bowling in this warehouse in that kind of moment?
I mean, it's like nothing I've gotten to experience before. I think a lot of people in this room have gotten to experience some of that. This is the only room I've gotten to taste any of that. So I don't know. It feels incredible. The playing with like energy from other people, and not just a crowd of my parents. That's a fun change in my life. And yeah, I mean, I love everybody on that Wogas team. So to do it with them felt very good.
And really putting your body on the line today. You really wanted this one.
Really wanted this one. I feel like I hadn't had the opportunity to even make too many diving plays in the regular season and in the quarterfinal. So when I saw a chance to go for one, I needed to make sure I did it.
Well, guess what? It's championship season. We're going for it. Take a deep breath, BB.
Woo!
We're proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What a remarkable first semifinal. Wogas, valiant effort as they went winless during the regular season. Cranked it up here in the postseason, but they fall just a little bit shy of that initial championship berth. They're good enough to join us right now from the press room. Luke, let's start with you. Your team was battered and bruised, you in particular, coming into this one. And with 5 good pitches left, you were only chasing 11 runs. But what is that pressure like?
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. It was loud in there. We couldn't get it done in the moment. Props to BBD. He held it together. But yeah, no, it's unfortunate. It stinks. I feel like we did a lot of good things that game. We played the way we wanted to for 95% of the game, put ourselves in a really good spot, and in that pressure situation, it just didn't fall our way.
BBD, 5 good pitches left. They were chasing only 11 runs. How much pressure were you feeling at that time?
Obviously a lot of pressure, and they had their ideal hitters coming up. That's who they wanted. Again, I have 3 of the best defenders in the tournament on my team, so all I can do is just throw good balls and let us make a play, and then all of a sudden 2 balls later the odds flip. So then it was really just I needed to throw 2 good ones, and then I threw a wide.
Extremely disappointed. This loss definitely hurts. We definitely had a lot of fun out there, but like Luke just kind of said, I feel like we did most things right that game, and sometimes that's going to happen. You can do what feels like everything right, and the other team's just going to outplay you. Shout out to Hookline. They were the better team today. BBD, big players make big plays. BBD proved he can be a big player today. I mean, the guts that guy showed, he was getting his body beat up, and he went out there, and in the clutch time when it mattered, he executed his pitches.
Jolly, what does that semi-final do for you going in? Because that's obviously taken a lot out of your team. And some of you guys have looked beaten up, under the weather. What can you take from it?
I mean, it's just one over at a time. You might have heard me during the game. I went up to Sanjay. I said, how'd you guys go 0-2? Because they had 2 great pitchers. They had 3 great hitters. Like, they were a very talented team. But I think the key to us is one player on our team every game steps up and makes it their game. That game was BBD. I think the quarterfinal was me. Game 2 was Drew with all those crazy catches. Like, it just takes one person really and the rest of the team backing them up. So I'm sure in the final, one of us will step up and we'll win that game too.
Dan, after not bowling all the way through the tournament, you had to step up at a massive time as well. And you hadn't been as much in the game just from where you were fielding, but also had that great assist in the catch. But what was the pressure like when you had to come up and bowl for the first time?
There was pressure. I mean, like, for those who watch my blitzball stuff, like, I get the yips quite easily, so I knew I had to, like, one wide would have set me off, a terrible path. But I got hit around. I'm just glad I didn't, miss the strike zone all that much. I will say, these guys all played great, obviously. If I just contributed to anything offensively, particularly in this game, I mean, we win. So, like...
Hey, you defensively were saved that off the wall today. Like, I feel like everyone had their role in this team and everyone played their role well. Nothing to be upset about after that game. Like,
absolutely not. And Dan, you had the comedy moment of the day, possibly the whole
That's
tournament.
all I ever have with the comedy moment.
Well, when you try to tag a player, that was pure goal, my son.
That was ridiculous.
So, Jaskaran, I'm curious. I know that this is the house that Jimmy and Jake built, but apparently you own it. You're the only guy that's played in the warehouse and never lost anything. How do you explain this?
Again, I think it's the credit goes to the whole team. It's not like just an individual effort. As Jolly said, we were like just 2 runs ahead, and the way Drew stepped up in the last over, that absolutely shows like nerves of steel, the way he blasted 24. And I knew as soon as we got that momentum, it's a game of momentum. When we get that momentum, we don't let it go. As soon as we get that lead over the 15, and I was pretty confident that we're going to defend this one.
Well, we wouldn't be able to be here in this warehouse in this great tournament and bringing you some great press conferences if it weren't for our friends and our sponsors over at DraftKings. DraftKings Sportsbook is here to help you get closer to the action. Wondering what the DraftKings Sportsbook app offers? Well, check out DraftKings Parlays, Same Game Parlays, and SGPXs. Combine multiple bets together from the same game for a shot at even a bigger payout. And if sports betting is still not available in your state, you don't got to worry, because you can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the shot to win some cash prizes. So get some skin in the game and download the DraftKings app right now. And don't forget to use our promo code WAREHOUSE. That's promo code WAREHOUSE, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
You know what they say. To be the champs, you gotta beat the champs. Here we are. Man, I gotta do something today. Play some defense, at least touch the ball, maybe once. Yo, so what happened? Did my head hit yours? No, did I hit your head? I got close somewhere. You touched the ball. Yeah, I need to see the replay on that.
Nobody hit my head.
Oh, you're good? All right, work.
Like that, and then when I looked up, my hat went.
How are you feeling? You feel good? Yeah. It's going to be Rourke now. I think it's just going to be pin straight fastballs. Okay? Like, they don't want to be in this situation. So I think if we can get 15, like just a standard run per over, like I think we can put pressure on them. So just go up there, beat Drew Davis, all right? You got him. He might throw you like a little baby cut too, if like I've seen him throw that. So just quick hands, that's all. Stay inside the ball, get that barrel, okay? You got it. Ready for the moment?
Nobody I'd rather be with.
Well, holy smokes, did the semifinals live up to the hype or what? That was the first game. Team Wogas taking on the defending champs and Hookline Sinkers. But Hookline Sinkers put the pressure on Team Wogas, and they were not able to come through. BBD putting his body on the line. That was, again, one of the better games that we have seen in this warehouse in this tournament, and it's just going to keep getting better because we have the second semifinal game coming up. Another opportunity for a chance in the championship game to take on Hookline Sinkers. For more on Love Yas versus Team McFlurry Power, let's get you to Chris Rose and Mel.
We are back inside the warehouse. It is time right now. DraftKings pregame Pregame show, the second of two semifinals. We've got Lovias taking on McFlurry Power. That's Mel. I am Chris. We start once again a semifinal talking about somebody's health. This time it is Peter Moylan, arguably the best bowler that we have seen through 3 games for each and every team. Moylan strained a hamstring in their quarterfinal win for Team Lovias. He is going to be able to bowl. That's it, though. When he's not bowling, he's going to head to the bench. Father Shea from Team Baggage will then come in and be the wicket keeper and also hit for Peter Moylan. So we're going to put that over there. As for Lovias, what's the best way for them to square off against Hookline Sinkers and make it to the championship game?
Well, their strategy's been based on defense, hasn't it? And that's what they won the toss in the quarterfinals, and they elected to field first because that was their strength. Look, it's a really tough one, this one again, because they do have that injury. They're up against a really good side in McFlurry. I don't think McFlurry are going to be as, skittled by the whole defense first, try and get under their skin tactics. So, man, it's hard. But that's what they're going to have to try and do, I think, is try and do that. Get under their skin with the defense and hope that they can get some hitting power.
Through the quarterfinals, no team had more defensive runs saved than Lovias. Other side of the coin, McFlurry Power, winless during the regular season. Their captain came back and said, hey, listen, we're going to be just fine once I figure out what all the running rules mean. They figured it out and then some with their quarterfinal upset over Del Caribe. Not only did they hold the most explosive offensive team to less than 65 runs, they ended up beating them by more than 30.
They did, and one of the reasons is the way that Justin Dill has come on in this tournament. He has snuck into like one of the highest run scorers in this. He's got 96 and he got 44 of them in the last game. So he's also figured things out quite a bit, and I think he might be really key in this game.
Time to hear from both squads. Send it over to Kelsey Wingert.
Team Lovias getting ready to play for a spot in the championship game in the finals. It's the semifinals. And look, I know both of you just hate Team McFlurry Power. How sweet would it be to knock them out of what they believe is their home in the championship game?
You know, I love K-Mac. I love Colin.
Do you?
I do. But when we step in between those wickets, I don't. So we're looking forward to going out there and proving that Team Lovias is going to be the guys holding up the trophy and getting a banner in his fucking warehouse.
I feel like Lovias is terrified. They don't want to be in this game with us. Their confidence is pretty low. They're just trying to survive.
Dalt, can you give us an update on Peter Moylan, who's been a secret weapon for you? Not maybe so secret. He's not very secret.
I don't know if it's a secret.
It's not a secret anymore. A career 310 ERA.
You know, I said to him before the last game, because he was kind of freaking out, I said, bro, you face Miguel Cabrera, Mike Trout, all these, and you're worried about Jake? He's like, nah, you're right. You're right. And then we were
That's a good pep talk.
Yeah. No,
He's like, all right.
How's he doing injury-wise, Dalt?
Ain't doing great. We're looking at his leg. His leg is about this big now. They're thinking about amputating it, but he said to me, we're going to play through it. Yeah. Who needs a hamstring? Who needs a leg? We're going to run. Somebody else probably. And Pete wanted to run the game. He wanted to go run. And we said, Pete, you're going to bowl. You're a dog, but we'll have somebody run for you. And he said, okay. So he'll play.
If you make it to another championship game and you're able to hang another banner in this warehouse, what's next?
I think, well, we'll probably come in as the floorball favorites to repeat. Then it's up to, Blitzball Battle 5. But a clean slate from McFlurry Power, and I think we make a strong case to rename the Warehouse Cup the McFlurry Cup. And, we'll go from there.
What would it mean to you guys to potentially hang a banner in this warehouse and bring the Lovias Nation some true pride?
Dalton and I played a lot of sports together growing up, and we came close a lot of times to hanging some trophies together that just didn't pan out. And there was one in particular, my junior year of high school, Dalton's senior year, we lost in the section finals against a team called Pearl River.
Extra innings.
And being able to hold the banner next to my lifelong friend here with a crowd going crazy would be a special moment for me, for sure.
Got McFlurry Lovias, Joes.
Yeah,
who do you
McFlurry.
got winning? Three-peat?
I hope McFlurry wins.
That doesn't seem genuine. You got here the guys of the day. Lovias McFlurry is a matchup we're all waiting for. Let's see. Dalton, you're about to play McFlurry. How you feeling about it?
Woo-wee! Semifinals game, man. We are excited. They beat us last time. We got to beat them this time. Let's see what happens, baby. Let's go.
Are you going to break up the three-peat?
Trying to. Right, let's get a Love Yous banner. Why not?
Right up there?
Right up there. Yes, sir. Right around there.
No more purple. That's what we like to see. Jake's got the Love Yous jersey on. He's ready. Knorp doesn't know where he is.
Vibes?
Yes, you do.
This was vibes.
We're all vibes. And there is the booth. All right, here's the big game.
All right, time right now to check out the SeatGeek playoff bracket. The defending champs are waiting for the winner of this one between Love Yous and McFlurry Power. And a quick peek at the overall Warehouse Cup standings. McFlurry Power trying to add at least 2 more points to their grand total of 15. Hookline Sinkers right behind them. Love Yous and Woogas each with 10. There are still 2 more events to go on the 2024 calendar. You got Floorball 3 and Blitzball Battle 5. But let's focus on this semifinal. It's prediction time, Kelsey.
You know, my brain is saying to go with McFlurry Power, but my heart is saying to go with Team Love Yous, probably because, Rosie, Nick took us to the best Italian restaurant, and we had the best food of our life last night. So I think that's why I'm going with Love Yous, but I love the defense. I love what we see from Peter on the mound. If Nicky Cass can keep it going at the plate. I will tell you, though, if you watch the pregame show, the confidence is very high with Team McFlurry Power. So it should be a close one, but I'm going to go with Peter Moylan and Team Love Yous.
Let's clear this up right away. Nicky got us into the restaurant. He didn't take all of us out. Just saying, we
But
might
we
have
got
split
in.
it 5 ways. Still, he's the king. He's at 23 years old. He's walking through there like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? I was like, what do you come here every Tuesday?
Every
He's like,
bite.
no, this is just my second time here. But, Rose, I'm telling you, you got to get the octopus and the pasta. It is so good. It's the best Italian food I've ever had, other than Mom sometimes. That's what he tells us.
I've basically just got one question. Where was my invitation?
Well, we didn't want to upset your beauty sleep because we know that you flew in from Sydney through Charlotte and Los Angeles, and you know, I don't know. That wasn't my responsibility.
I'm just saying.
I screwed it up. I'm sorry.
Well, look, when it comes to loving as well, I'm so with Kelsey on this one in that, you know, my heart where it's been. Mostly because of little Dorts, my little Peter Parker Spider-Man there. And I've kind of stuck with them throughout this in tipping them. But my head. I'm going to go with McFlurry.
Wow, interesting. All right, so I get it that Hookline Sinkers defending champions of this sport. But the team that has hoisted banners in consecutive franchise tournaments is McFlurry Power. I don't care that they went winless during the regular season. They got something up here. I don't know what it is because when I talk to K-Mac, I don't know how much is up there. But there's something up there and something in here, and I think we'll see them in the final against Hookline. That's the way I think it's going to go. But we'll have to tune in, and you'll have to tune in to see for yourself. For Kelsey, for Mel, and our amazing John Boy Media production team, I am Chris. We will see you coming your way, the second of 2 semifinals. Thanks so much for watching the DraftKings pregame show.
Sorry, Dolts.